This video is going to show you how to send messages in the Message Center in Infinite Campus. So once you are logged into Infinite Campus, if you scroll down and like third or fourth one down is Message Center and you click on that, okay? You might have some messages underneath here under Message Center. Some of you might not. So the first thing you want to do is click on New. Once you click on New, you might decide, first thing you have to decide is the message type that you want to send. Do you want to send a class message to all members in your class? Do you want to send a grades message to the parents or the children, or a missing assignments message to the parents and or children? I'm going to send a missing assignments message. Okay, so it's now asking me if I want to use the template that Infinite Campus has already created, and I always say yes. Okay. The delivery details is you're sending it to anybody who has a Infinite Campus login and then also has an email tied to Infinite Campus. If you just want to go to email, you can just check that box. If you want to go to just anyone who has Infinite Campus login, you can go to that box. Okay, don't touch anything else, and then you scroll down and here's your message details. So the subject is going to be missing assignment, and then it says your student, and then your student's name has the following missing assignments. And then it'll list them if they have multiple. Please sign into your school's parent portal to find out more information. Now, if I want to add to this, please also send me an email if you have any questions regarding these missing assignments. My email address is, and you have to give them their email or your email, because otherwise it says it's going to come from a do not reply. So they cannot actually reply to this message. So you would have to give them your email so then they could reply or just click on it or copy it, etc. Okay, so if I could spell, we'd be okay. Okay, so just so you see this, whatever's in this box is editable except for what's in the dotted box. Okay, so then I click next. So now what this is going to do, I'm picking my sections. So I'm going to quarter one first hour Gen Chem. I can only pick one section at a time. Okay, so I can only pick one section at a time. You can't pick multiple sections. I could pick specific students if I wanted to, and then I would have to click add if I would want to send it to those kids, depending on what your message is. So for those of you that have like a sports group created in Infinite Campus, you could send them a message this way. Okay, so it's going to go to all my kids in first hour. And this is going to be the mistake you make, because I'm under Q1. So obviously we're not supposed to be in Q1, we're supposed to be in Q2. So I got to make sure I pick a class from Q2. Okay, so now I can bring this down and I can select all the summative stuff, all the formative stuff, whatever you want to send the message about for missing assignments. Obviously, depending on how your grades are calculated, that might depend on that. Okay, so it's going to, for all of my summative, all of my formative. Okay, so then click next. Okay, and what happens right now is that it's going to go to 17 people. One of my children / parents don't have devices. 13 have Infinite Campus login information, and 13 also of them have email access or have put an email into Infinite Campus. Now, if I want to see who this is going to, I can click on Review Recipients, and here are all the people that will be getting this. And if you notice here, for my first student, Devin Collins, looks like Kevin Collins has an email in Infinite Campus and he has access to the portal. So he would be getting both of those messages. So you can find out who, because remember it says it's going to, I think it said 13 people, what individuals in your class don't have an email in Infinite Campus or have access to ICU and who has not done the parent login. Okay, so then I can close that. If I wanted to save it, I could save it, and then you will click send. Now, I am not going to send this because this is actually in my grade book right now. It would not let me do it in the sandbox. So you would click send, and then from there, it might give you a report, like a PDF that you could print out for your records that you sent this out on such and such a date. If this is part of your maybe SLO or PBG or something like that for communication with parents, etc. So you could do this for failing grades, you can do this for missing assignments, and you can do this for just a generic class message, maybe about a field trip. Okay.